Hi everyone, the channel Easy Lecture welcomes you. In this video, we are going to discuss a problem related with Mason's gain formula. So already I have posted a video on solving the problem related with the Mason gain formula in Tamil language. So this is again in English. I am going to teach the same thing but with a different problem. So I have taken a problem from the university semester examination. Now we are going to solve it. So this is the one of the toughest problems that are asked among Mason gain formula. So Mason gain formula, we cannot say that it as a tough question or a tough concept, but among the other questions that were asked related to Mason gain formula, this one is quite complicated compared to the other questions of Mason gain formula. So here the question is, a system is represented by a signal flow graph shown in figure. Obtain the overall gain of the system using Mason's gain formula. So here Mason's gain formula, using Mason's gain formula we have to find the overall gain, which is nothing but the transfer function, because so here we have the input in S domain, Laplace transform of input and Laplace transform of output, R of S or C of S, and it is denoted as R and C. It is asked to find the gain. We have the gain between these two nodes as 1, between these two nodes as G1, so like that. So overall gain means it is nothing but transfer function. Here R and C, and here we will be having the overall gain, which is nothing but transfer function. So you don't have to get confused with that. In the question it is asked overall gain, and we can derive only the transfer function with the Mason's gain formula. So it is not like that. Overall gain means transfer function. Okay. So to derive the transfer function using Mason's gain formula, we have only one formula related to it, and which is transfer function T is equal to 1 by del into summation over K Pk del K. So with this only formula we can find the transfer function, provided we have to understand the elements that are available in this formula. Okay, so we have to understand each and every element present here. Okay, so the thing is, T is the transfer function, we know T is the transfer function, and this K is the number of forward paths and P suffix K is gain of kth forward path. Okay, so T is over, K is over, Pk is over, then del. So del, it takes another formula. So del is another formula. It is nothing but it is 1 minus sum of all individual loop gains. Sum of all individual loop gains plus gain product, or sum of gain products of two non-touching loops, plus sum of gain product of combination of two non-touching loops. Two non-touching loops minus sum of gain product of combination of three non-touching loops plus sum of gain product of combination of four non-touching loops. So for the combination of even number of non-touching loops, we have to write positive sign, and for the combination of gain product of combination of odd number of non-touching loops, we have to write negative sign. So with this the formula extends. Okay, so del is over. Now del K. Okay, so del K, it is equivalent to del for the part of graph. So graph means signal flow graph, not touching kth forward path. So this is important, not touching kth forward path. Okay, so first we have to identify forward path, and then we have to identify the portion of graph which is not touching that particular forward path, and for that portion we have to find del applying this formula that becomes del suffix k. So this is what we are going to do. So if we are able to derive each and individual term of this formula, then we can substitute those terms here and we can find the overall transfer function or overall gain. Okay, so that is what we are going to do now. Before starting, we have to name the individual node. So first step is naming individual node. Okay, so let this node be A, this node be B, this node be C, this node be D, this one E, this one F, and this one be G, and this one be H. Okay, so I have named it. The first step is to name the nodes. Okay, now we have to identify what are the forward paths, how many forward paths are present. Okay, so here let us identify from the signal flow graph from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, and F to H. We have one forward path. Okay, so I'm completing this. Right. So this is one forward path, and another one forward path is A to B, B to C, then C to G, G to E, E to F, F to H. This is another forward path. Do we have any other forward path? Can we consider this path? A to B, B to C, C to G, and again this one like this? No, it cannot be considered. It should not be considered like this. Okay, so we cannot consider this path from C to G and then this loop, and from G to again E. So this path cannot be considered because this is not forward path. This is loop. So forward path means we shouldn't touch the loop. We should cross a particular node only once. We should not travel across the node more than one time. Okay, so if we go through this path from C to G and again through this loop, we will be crossing this node G more than one time. So this is not considered as forward path. So we have only two forward paths, right? So k equal to 2. So we have identified k equal to 2. So the formula can be rewritten as the transfer function t is equal to 1 by del into, substituting k equal to 2, we have got p1 into del 1 plus p2 into del 2. Okay, now we have to identify p1 and del 1. So p1 is from node A to node B, node B to node C, node C to node D, node D to node E, node E to node F, node F to node H. This is one forward path, and look at the arrow mark, the direction of arrow. Okay, it is unidirectional. Okay, then another one forward path is from node A to node B, node B to node C, and from node C to node G, node G to node E, node E to node F, node F to node H. So this is another one forward path. Okay, and we should not forget to write the gain between two nodes. Between this node, the gain is 1. Between A and B, between B and C, the gain is G1. Between C and D, it is G2. Between D and E, it is G3. Between E and F, it is G4. And between F and H, it is again 1. Okay, similarly here, the direction is very important. Okay, between A and B, we have the gain as 1. Between B and C, the gain is G1. Between C and G, the gain is G5. Between G and E, the gain is G8. Between E and F, it is G4. Between F and H, it is 1. Okay, now the forward path gain of first forward path is P1 is equal to, now we are identifying P1, and this is very important. Okay, So P1 is equal to 1 into G1 into G2 into G3 into G4 into 1. So it becomes G1 into G2 into G3 into G4. Similarly, P2 is equal to 1 into G1 into G5 into G8 into G4 into 1. Okay, so P2 is equal to G1 into G4 into, I am writing in order, G4 into G5 into G8, G5 into G8. So we have identified P1 and P2. Okay, so let me keep them separately. P1 is equal to G1, G2, G3, G4, and P2 is equal to G1, G4, G5, G8. Okay, now we are going to find the most important thing, which is to find del. Okay, so we are going to find del now. So del is 1 minus sum of all individual loop gains. So first we are going to find individual loops. We are going to identify individual loops from the signal flow graph. So individual loop means it is a closed path. Okay, so how many closed paths are here? From B to C, C to D, and again D to B. This is one closed path. B to node C to node D, and from node D to again node B. So this is one closed path. The gain here is G1, here the gain is G2, here the gain is G9. And next loop is from D to E, E to F, again F to D. Okay, from D, starting from D, D to E, then E to F, then traveling back to D again. So the gain here is G3, the gain between E and F is G4, and from F to D it is G10. So it is one closed path. Okay, then this is one closed path between C and G. Here we have C, here we have node G, and this is one closed path from C to G and again G to C. Okay, so here the gain is G5, here the gain is G6. Do we have any other closed path? Yes, this is one closed path. So G is simple loop without touching any other node other than node G. So here the gain is G7. And do we have any other closed path? Because we had two forward paths, we have to do all the combinations. Okay, so from C to G, then G to E, E to F, F to D, D to B, again B to C. This is one closed path. Just look. Let me start from B. So this is B. From B to node C, and from node C to node G, from node G to node E, from node E to node F, from node F to node D, from node D to node B. Okay, so this is one loop. Okay, so here the gain is G1, then here it is G5, and here it is G8, then E to F it is G4, then F to D it is G10, from D to B it is G9. Okay, so here we have 5 individual loops. Okay, and for the first individual loop, P11, the gain is G1 into G2 into G9, G1 into G2 into G9. Okay, for the second individual loop, P21, the loop gain is G3 into G4 into G10, G3 into G4 into G10. Okay, Then for the third individual loop, P31, the third individual loop, the gain is G5 into G6. Okay. Then for the fourth individual loop, P41, fourth individual loop, the gain is G7. For the fifth individual loop, the gain is G1 into G5 into G1 into G5 into G8 into G4 into G10 into G9. Okay, let me write in order. So G1 into G4 into G5 into G8 into G9 into G10. G9 into G10. Okay, so we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this is right. So we have identified the loop gains of all the individual loops. Now we have to add them and we have to substitute here. Then we have to identify the sum of gain product of combination of two non-touching loops. Okay, so we have to identify gain product of two non-touching loops. So here, this is one loop, this is another loop. So are they non-touching? That is what we are going to find. So combination of two non-touching loops we have to identify. So this is one loop, this is another loop. Can we say that these two loops are non-touching loops? We cannot say, because the node D is common for both the loops. So these are not non-touching loops, they are touching loops. We have to identify non-touching loops, two non-touching loops. So these are not non-touching loops. Then comparing this loop and this loop, the node C is common. Here we have C, here we have C. So these are also touching loops. Okay. Then comparing this loop with this loop, they are non-touching loops. They are non-touching loops. They do not have any node as common. So these are two non-touching loops, and we have to find the gain product of these two non-touching loops. So we have to multiply. This is P11, and the gain of this loop is P41. We have to multiply P11 into P41. Because sum of gain product, we have to identify, we have to find the gain product, and this is gain product P11 into P41 of two non-touching loops. So these are the combination of the first combination of two non-touching loops. We have to find the gain product of these two non-touching loops. So I am writing it separately here. P first combination of two non-touching loops. Okay, P12. Just look at the suffix. How I am making the suffixes. Okay, first combination of two non-touching loops. So that is equal to G1 into G2 into G9 into G7. So I am writing it in order. G1 into G2 into G7 into G9. G1 into G2 into G7 into G9. Okay, so first combination of two non-touching loops over. Now again I am comparing this loop with this loop. Are they non-touching loops? So here we have node C, node B, and we have a lot of touching nodes. B common nodes. Node B is common, node C is common, node D is common. So there we cannot say these two loops are non-touching loops. Okay, they are touching loops, so we are not going to consider them. Next we are going to compare this loop with the other loops, and we are going to find whether we are going to find the combination of two non-touching loops. Already this comparison is over. Now we are going to compare this loop with this loop. So here node C is there, here node D, E, F. Node C is also node C, node G. So we can say that these two loops are non-touching loops since they do not have any node as common. Okay. So I am going to write the second combination of two non-touching loop. Okay, second combination of two non-touching loop, and the gain product of them is G3 into G4 into G10. So this loop is P21 and this loop is P31. Okay, so G3 into G4 into G10 into G5 into G6. So G3, G4, G5, G6, G10. I can write like this: G3, G4, G5, G6, G10. Okay, so second combination of two non-touching loops. Next, we are going to compare this loop with this loop. Are they non-touching loop? Yes, they do not have any node common. Here, the only node present here is node G, and that node G is not present here. So these two nodes are non-touching loops. The gain product of this one becomes the third combination of two non-touching loops. Okay, the third combination of two non-touching loops, and that is G3 into G4 into G10 into G7. Okay, so G3 into G4 into G7 into G10. Okay, and these two loops, they are touching loops, and comparing this loop with this loop, they have node G common, so they are touching loops, and comparing this loop with this loop, again node G is common, and lot of nodes are, both node C and node G are common for both the loops, so they are touching loops, and comparing this loop with this loop, node G is common. Okay, so these are the possible combination of two non-touching loops. Next, we have to identify sum of gain product of combination of three non-touching loops. Do we have any three loops which are not touching with each other? Okay, so that we do not have. We do not have that combination. Okay, so with this we are going to start finding finding the value of del. Okay, so using this we can find del. Finally, del is 1 minus sum of all these gains plus sum of all these gains. Okay, so that becomes del. Okay, let it be as it is. Next, let me write the formula here. The transfer function T is equal to 1 by del into P1 into del 1 plus P2 into del 2. Okay, so we have P1, P2, P1, P2 are over, and del, from here we can identify del. Now del 1. Okay, so del 1 means we have two forward paths, so we will be having del 1 and del 2. We have two things, del 1 and del 2. Okay, so del 1 is del for the portion of the graph which is not touching the forward path 1. Okay, which is forward path 1? From A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to H. And in this forward path, the portion of the graph which is not touching is this one. Okay, so this is the portion which is not touching the forward path 1. Okay, so for this, okay, so I hope you understand. This is forward path from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to H. For this forward path, the portion of the graph which is not touching this area is this one, this region. Okay, and del of that region is this one. Okay, del of that region is this one, 1 minus this one, and here we have to apply the same formula for this region alone. For this region alone, we have to apply this formula so that we can find del 1. So finding del for this region alone, we have got 1 minus G7. Okay, so here the gain is G7, and we have got 1 minus sum of all individual loop gain related to this region. So here only one loop is present, only one individual loop is present. So the value of del 1 becomes 1 minus individual loop gain, so 1 minus G7. So del 1 is 1 minus G7. So I am writing here del 1 is equal to 1 minus G7. Okay, now I have to find del 2. So del 2 is the portion of the, I have to identify the portion of the graph which is not touching the forward path 2. So the forward path 2 is A to B, B to C, C to G, then G to E, E to F, F to H. So there is no portion of the graph which is not touching the forward path 2. So I do not have any portion of the graph which is not touching forward path 2. So substituting here, finding del for finding del 2 for forward path 2, I have got 1 minus 0. So del 2 is 1. Del 2 is equal to 1 minus 0. So that is 1. Del 2 is 1. Okay, now I have found all the elements of formula. I am substituting all the elements in the formula and finding the overall gain. Okay, first let me find this one, del, using the remaining things. Del is equal to 1 minus sum of all individual loop gains. So sum of all individual loop gain means G1, G2, G9 plus G3, G4, G10, G4, G10 plus G5, G6 plus G7 plus G1, G4, G5, G8, G9, G10, G8, G9, G10. Okay, then formula plus sum of gain product of combination of two non-touching loops. So that is G1, G2, G7, G9 plus G1, G2, G7, G9 plus G3, G4, G5, G6, G10 plus G3, G4, G7, G10. Okay, and we do not have this portion, remaining portion we do not have, so we are stopping the to find the value of del with this. Okay, so now we have got all the things. Now we are going to substitute this one in this formula. Okay, so the overall gain or the transfer function t is equal to 1 by del into p1 into del 1 plus p2 into del 2. So p1 is, this is p1 into del 1. So first I am writing the numerator part, and finally I am writing the denominator part. P1 is p1 into del 1. P1 is g1 into g2 into g3 into g4 into del 1, and del 1 is 1 minus g7. 1 minus g7. Okay, then plus p2. P2 is g1 into g4 into g5 into g8 into del 2. Del 2 is 1, so I am leaving into 1. The whole divided by del. Okay, so I am substituting del from this portion here, and that becomes the overall transfer function. So 1 minus, I have to write again. So g1, g2, g9 minus, so minus into plus, minus g3, g4, g10, then minus into plus, minus g5, g6, again minus into plus, minus g7, again minus into this plus becomes minus, minus g1, g4, g5, g8, g9, g10, then plus g1, g2, g7, g9, g1, g2, g7, g9 plus into plus, plus g3, g4, g5, g6, g10 plus g3, g4, g7, g10. Okay, so this is the overall transfer function. The entire portion is denominator. Okay, so this becomes the overall gain or the overall transfer function. So we have found the overall gain or overall transfer function using Mason's gain formula for the given signal flow graph. Okay, and there is another method in which the same question may be asked. The block diagram may be given, and the block diagram should be converted into signal flow graph, and we have to find the Mason gain formula. So in another video, in the next video, I will be teaching you how to convert a block diagram into signal flow graph. So this is a very easy method, and definitely this question is asked in all the question papers in a non-university semester examination. So with this video, I hope you have understood Mason's gain formula very clearly, and don't neglect this question, and definitely there is a chance for scoring full marks in this question. Okay, so meet you again in another video in which we will be discussing how to convert a block diagram into signal flow graph. Until then, bye, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe my channel Easy Lecture, and kindly leave your comment, and don't forget to like my video also and share my video also. Thank you.